Hey YouTube, we're back with the 2008 Second Generation Cadillac CTS, and today we're going to cover how to remove the rear seat and the rear package tray, which should be really useful information for all kinds of projects you might have. But for today's project, we're doing it so that we can upgrade the Bluetooth in this vehicle, or upgrade to Bluetooth. The early 2008 CTSs did not have Bluetooth. That's something they added in the 2009s and later, and even some of the later 2008s. And on July 1st, Georgia will become the 16th state where it is illegal to drive holding a cell phone. So we're going to be adding the Bluetooth so we don't have to use any little strange attachments that clip onto sun visors or anything like that. Now, originally I had started this project and I was going to use the Blue Star by CoStar adapter and tried that out, and guys, don't waste your time. That thing mostly didn't work, and what did work, it was very flaky and would cut in and out, and it just, maybe I got a bad one, but I wouldn't waste your time. Those devices are $300, and what I did was picked up a OnStar module from eBay for well under $50. So this is what we're going to install here. This is the OnStar module. This actually looks just like the one that's in it, except it's got Bluetooth. And so this is from a 2010 Cadillac CTS. There's several part numbers that you can use. The reason I chose this one is this car currently has the OnStar version 7 in it. And then version 8 and above, they started adding Bluetooth, and you can see the little Bluetooth symbol here. There was 8.0, which is one part number, and then there was an 8.1, and this is the 8.2 box. From what I was reading, the 8.0 had some issues, and I think it was recalled or something. So the 8.2, as far as I can tell, is the newest version of this box that works on this car that has all of the same plugs. You can get some slightly newer versions, but then you start running into issues with it not being completely plug and play. So there's the part numbers that you guys can see there. You've got a mounting hole here and two here. If you get one of these newer ones, on the newer versions, they actually mounted this up under the glove box instead of on the package tray. So yours may come with a big bracket, a big black bracket, but it just comes off and it's the same box. And so you can see on this side that all of the connectors are exactly the same as what's in this vehicle. Got the two antenna connectors and these over here for the wiring harnesses. And one addition is this guy here. This is a Bluetooth antenna. So make sure when you order one that it actually has this. If you see three of these connectors and nothing here, then you don't have the antenna. Now you can buy the antenna separately on Amazon for, I don't know, under $10, or on eBay for under $10. So if you don't see this, you can get it separately, but I managed to find one with it already included. So on the 2008 model, the the OnStar module is located on the package tray. It's on the driver's side, so to get to that we have to pull out the seat and the package tray and some trim pieces on either side of the package tray, and that's what we're going to be covering today. Alright, first to come out is going to be the seat bottom. This is really easy. There are two clips that clip the seat bottom onto the frame of the car, one right here and one right here. And that's all that holds it on. It kind of is going to tilt up, as you'll see here in a minute. So all you have to do is find the middle of each seat bottom here, put your hand underneath, and give it a good tug. And then this just rotate out. Alright, next we have 4 bolts down at the bottom of the seat back. One here, one here, one here, and one here, and these are all 15 millimeter. So we'll go ahead and back those out. Alright, here we are in the trunk now, and before we can release that seat back, there are 4 more bolts in the trunk. You can see them up along the top edge. The 2 in the middle don't need to come loose. It's the 2 outer ones on each side, and these are 10mm bolts. And you'll definitely want a deep well socket for these. And now the seat back should be loose. Go ahead and push it out a little bit. Alright, this seat back is really heavy, so you're definitely going to want a second set of hands. And the bottom of the seat is very sharp metal, so you want to make sure that it doesn't scrape up against anything in the car, the wiring harnesses, or the door jamb. So, got a second set of hands on the other side. Last one just came right out. There it goes. Got that seat though. Come as far as I can come. Alright, there. About good. Oh. Well, show off. Alright, so next up, in order to get the package tray out of here, we need to remove this little push clip here, as well as one over here. And one day I'll invest in the special tool that lets you pry these out a little easier, but for now, a flat blade screwdriver will do. And you don't have to really worry about scratching up this surface here. That's all covered by the seat. Alright, so unfortunately, in order to get the package tray out, these side trim pieces up here and over here have to come out first. So we'll start over here on the driver's side. The trick to getting this out, number one, even though there's a seam here, this is all one piece that's going to slide out. And there's actually just one bolt that holds it in. The rest is clips. So carefully pry off this little airbag symbol, and underneath of there, there's a little bolt. And this little bolt up here is a 7mm. Alright, so now we're going to pry this out. It's going to pull out this way a little bit and slide that way. There's going to be a little plastic retaining belt, if you will. I'm not really sure what else to call it, that clips into the back of this panel here. I'm assuming because we have airbags, curtain airbags through here, that what that is for is to keep this piece from flying out if the airbags were to deploy. And of course, you know, be careful. There are airbags up here, but you know, we won't be disturbing them. Alright, so this is the little clip I was talking about. There's a release, not here in the front, but in the back, a little release you can press down, and that will free up this black part and slide forward towards the front of the car. I know it's going to be hard to really see, but it just slides off like that, and now that's released. And now this can slide out. And we'll just put it out of the way. And this right here is our curtain airbag. Alright, so now we're ready to pull the package tray out. I'm going to lift up on it a little bit and slide it towards the front of the car. And actually just slide it somewhat out of the way into the trunk. Alright, so now we have access to everything here on the package tray. The OnStar module is here on the right. There's also the subwoofer, a couple speakers, and some other miscellaneous electronics over there. Don't ask me what they are. And so let's figure out how to get this OnStar module out of here. Alright, so there's actually only one bolt that holds the OnStar module in. It's back here on the back. And then the OnStar module is just slid into these two clips up here. So you might think to yourself, oh, well, all I have to do is pull this bolt out. Well, the issue with that is, for whatever reason, the nut on the other side of this plastic tray, nothing keeps it from turning. So while you might be able to get it out, you definitely won't be able to get it in because it'll just sit there and spin and spin and spin. So I would save yourself the hassle and just plan on removing this plastic tray, which really isn't as bad as it looks. There's a nut here, a nut here, and a nut here, and then there's a fourth one hidden behind this wiring harness back here. Basically, this just pries off like that. So that just pulls off the top of the bolt, and these are all 10 millimeter. So let's go ahead and pull those out, and then that will allow us to easily keep that bolt in the back from turning. Alright, and now this should let us pick the tray up. And now we can access the bolt that's on the underside of this plate. And really all it takes is holding it with your finger to get it off. And you'll probably want to snug it back up using a wrench on the bottom. And so now we need to just unplug all of these electrical connectors here. You can see this is already loose. And these are all sized and colored differently so that they'll only fit where they're supposed to go. And so now we've got the new one with the Bluetooth. Plug all this stuff back in. Alright, so before we button all this up, we're going to switch gears and test this darn thing to make sure it works. Alright, so first of all, I'm not sure if you can really tell here, but there's two LEDs on either side of the mirror, and mine is still green and we don't have one over here. The reason I'm pointing this out is basically one of the reasons I went with the OnStar device originally was because I had misunderstood that you had to take the car to GM to get the new OnStar module programmed. And that is only true if you want to subscribe to OnStar. We could care less about OnStar. We're just doing this for Bluetooth. Some people, I've seen some reports that one of these LEDs is red when they swap the box out and don't don't have it reprogrammed by the dealership. As far as I understand, if the OnStar module is coming out of another car, in other words, if it's not a used module, you won't get the red light, and that seems to be the case here. And again, even if we did, the Bluetooth should still work, and I would look past the red light because I really don't see a reason to activate OnStar. Okay, so let's see if we can pair this phone. Moment of truth here. So I've got the instructions pulled up here on my laptop beside me, and it says to pair a phone, we're going to want to press the button on the steering wheel for 2 seconds, and then say hands-free.
What can I say?
Bluetooth.
Here is the list of available commands.
Bluetooth. Bluetooth. Bluetooth.
Radio 8.
Hands-free.
Enter street. Invalid command.
Alright guys, it took me quite a while to figure out the sequence to get to the Bluetooth pairing stage. Evidently, the instructions on the 2010 CTS manual, which I assumed would be what I would be looking for, just aren't right. So, I'm going to show you how to do this, and hopefully it'll actually go through this time. Alright, so here's what we do. We're going to hold this button down for 2 seconds. OnStar.
OnStar. Ready.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth ready.
Pair.
Pair. Please start a search on your Bluetooth phone. Once the search is complete, select General Motors on your phone and then enter the code 2591. Again, the code is 2591. Please say the name tag you want associated with this phone.
Jen.
About to store.
Jen.
Does that sound okay?
Yes. Jen.
Has been successfully paired. Returning to the Bluetooth menu. Bluetooth ready. Thank you. Goodbye.
Alright, that's a relief there. I was beginning to wonder. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pull up some copyright-free music and play it through the audio system, because what is supposed to occur is it is supposed to pull down the volume on the HVAC it's supposed to decrease the volume of the whatever's playing on the radio, as well as pull down the fans on the HVAC. So we're going to see how that works here. So let me get this set up. Hey!
I can hear you.
Oh my goodness, it works.
Holy cow. I'm so excited.
What a relief.
Whew.
Alright guys, so I would call this installation a success, and so now what we're going to do is put the everything back together, which is basically going to just be the reverse of what we've already done. So that should be pretty self-explanatory. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys will consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out a lot.